All right, this is Pat here from Crown Toyota Sales here in Winnipeg, Manitoba here. I'm just going to go over the specific wait times on some vehicles that we offer at our store here and kind of shine some light on what you can expect in terms of the wait times because that's pretty much the name of the game these days in terms of Toyota vehicles here. So we're kind of going on the list of what is available here in our lineup and kind of giving you an idea what you can expect here. So we're going to start off with the cars here. We're going to start with the GR86 here. So the GR86 here just kind of came out recently here, and we're kind of seeing not a lot of them kind of come in. Unfortunately for customers who are, you may be waiting up to a year and a half to almost 2 years on some models here just because they don't make a lot of these GR86s, unfortunately here. Um, so if you were to order one today, I'd probably tell you a year and a half to 2 years to kind of get one here, whether you go automatic or manual transmission here, or even like these 10th anniversary editions here as well too. Just came out for 2023 here, so unfortunately, this is just a long wait time here for those vehicles here. Going back up, the GR Corolla, kind of the same boat here for the GRD6 here. We've seen a lot of people ordering these cars when they first got announced, especially the Circuit Edition. This is kind of really kind of tough to get in as we did get one in recently that was 1 out of 181 here, so it's going to be pretty tough to even get that model. The Core Edition will be tough as well too. I'd probably tell you 2 years to kind of get one, depending how much they're going to make of these. But they're very limited here in Manitoba here. Going down to the next one here, the Supra. Um, the Supra here, you're probably the same wait times just like the other ones here, probably a year and a half, 2 years. Especially if you're looking for like an 891 edition or like a manual transmission one, you're probably waiting that same time there. The 2-liter Supra, um, we ha- we haven't really gone a single one as no one's really ordering these ones there. So I don't really know what the times are for those as we've never really had anyone order those. Going down to the list here to the Prius here. Prius redesign for 2023 here. Again, you're going to see a trend following these hybrid vehicles, plug-in vehicles that are popular nowadays, that you're probably waiting a year and more minimum to kind of get a hybrid in. And that's no exception with the Prius as well too, especially with the redesign here. So expect that as well too. Prius Prime probably even longer as well too, as even the plug-in hybrids are even taking longer here. You're probably about a year and a half, 2 years as well. We always suggest if you're open to colors and trim levels as well too. If you know you just want a Prius Prime, you just gotta be more open about it. Um, it's kind of the only way you can kind of allocate us one as well too. And then the Corolla hatchback there. The Corolla hatchback there, you could probably expect one of these guys between 6 to 8 months, maybe a little bit longer, depending on what they make there for the higher trims like the XSE here. Um, Not that long of a wait, all things considered, compared to the other models here, but expect about 6 to 8 months on average for one of these Corolla hatchbacks here. And that's going to be the same thing as well for the Corolla sedan. The Corolla sedan, you're probably going to be about the same wait times as well too. The hybrid versions, you're going to wait a little bit longer as well too. Especially nowadays, they come all-wheel drive. That's new for 2023 here. You're probably going to be waiting about a year or more, year and a half for one of these Corolla hybrids as well too, and a little bit longer for like an all-wheel drive version. And we're gonna go down to the Camry here. Camrys are kind of hit and miss these days. We've seen them come in 6 months or so, 6 to 8 months. And then we have people waiting a little bit longer for like higher trim levels like XSE all-wheel drives. They're super inconsistent in terms of what the wait times are for the gas Camrys. But expect the all-wheel drive versions, higher end ones, to be a little bit longer than what I quoted for 6 to 8 months there. As for the hybrids as well, they don't make a lot of hybrid Camrys as well too, so expect a year and a half wait for one of these guys. Going down to the Crown here. The Mirai, we don't offer that here in Manitoba, so we're just gonna skip over that one there. The Crown, brand new vehicle as well too. You're probably waiting about a year for one of these. We don't really get much orders for the Crowns there. And people who do order them, they get them in a timely manner just because they're a new vehicle and the first batch is kind of rolling out there. But expect about waiting about a year to kind of get a crown and maybe a little bit longer for like platinum. But that's pretty much it for the cars. Let's go to the hybrid section. Actually, let's just do the SUV and I'll go through the hybrid section as we go there. The BZ4X here, the BZ4X is probably gonna. We don't offer it here in Manitoba here, but the counterpart of Subaru is offered here for some reason. But you just can't get a BZ4X here in Manitoba. They don't give us one. But you can get the alternative, the Subaru, I guess, here for some reason. Corolla Cross, gas. They're taking a very long time, even when they first released there. If you wanted a Corolla Cross these days, even for any trim level, you're probably waiting about 14 to 16 months to kind of get one in. Hybrids probably at the same time as well too. RAV4s, probably the bread and butter of our lineup here. The RAV4s gas, you're probably waiting about 8 months or so to kind of get one in, maybe sooner depending on if you're open to colors, but expect around 8 months or more to kind of get a gas RAV4. And the hybrids there, you're probably going to be about a year, up to a year more, maybe 12 to 16 months there to get one. If you're going for like a higher trim level, like the Limited or the XSE technology package, you're probably going to wait a little bit more for that one there. RAV4 Prime, unfortunately, the Prime availability is really tough. You're probably going to be waiting, honestly, about 5 years to get one in. So we don't really sell these too much just because there's no point of us taking an order for them if we don't know they're going to keep making them. But unfortunately, yeah. VENZA here. VENZA, you're probably waiting about a year and a half to 2 years for them. They used to make them a lot of them, but nowadays they just don't make a lot of them anymore. But you're going to be waiting a really long time for one of those. Highlander gas models, you're probably going to be about 8 to 10 months with the new engine in it, the 4-cylinder turbo. They are taking a little bit longer, as is a new engine putting into these. The hybrids are going to be a lot more longer. You're probably about a year and a half to 2 years for one. Even if you go for like an XLE, an LE, or even a Limited, you're probably a little bit longer. Grand Highlander, we're kind of seeing our first batch kind of roll through. Because it just got released there. We're probably going to get our first one probably next month. So right now it's June. Probably July, you'll probably see our first one there, and the hybrid versions may be following suit there. But normal wait times, I'm probably going to tell you about maybe 8 to 10 months again to get one with Grand Highlander in. For the gas models. Hybrids, I'm not too sure yet, as you just kind of release, and we kind of can't really do an educated guess on that one there. Sienna, so the powerhouse of minivans these days. They don't make a lot of minivans, even if other brands. Sienna, you're probably waiting about, at this point, 3 years. They don't make a lot of them, even if you go front wheel drive or all wheel drive or top of the line. Expect to wait a lengthy wait time for one of these guys today. And if you do see one available in stock, brand new, grab it as soon as you can there because you're probably not going to see one ever again in stock. The Forerunner here. The Forerunners are pretty decently, relatively easy to get. You're probably waiting about 6 to 8 months to kind of get one in. If it's a Tier D Pro, you're probably going to wait up to a year for one, just because we get a certain number of allocations per year. But you're looking at like an off-road or Tier D Sport Limited, probably expect 6 to 8 months. Sequoia Hybrid, you're probably going to be waiting about a year and a half to 2 years for one. They just don't make a lot of these, even when they're first released. We only got one so far in our store here, and that's probably the only one we've ever seen. So very, very limited for Sequoia there. Going on to the trucks here. The 2023 Tacoma. So this is before the redesign here. The last year of the V6 here. They're going to offload a lot of them there. So you're probably going to be about 6 months if you can kind of get one, whatever you want there. Tier D Pros probably won't be in the picture anymore right now at this time, just because 2024 is on the horizon there. So I'd say just contact your local dealer, see what they have incoming there for Tacomas there. You might get the trim level you want there, but expect to wait about 6 months, or you might be transferred to a 2024. So if you only want a 2023, please specify with your dealer that you want a 2023, or if you're okay with 2024, we can go with that. The new Tundra there, you're probably, depending on what model you're looking for, we do have some incoming within the next 4 or 5 months here, maybe even 2 months. We've seen a lot of like double cab long boxes, crew mass long boxes, SR5s. Some limited slip through the cracks there, some Tier D Pros, so they're kind of all over the place. If you're if you're ordering one that's not incoming, you're probably gonna be waiting about a year for one. Or if it's a common model, maybe 8 months, probably something like that there. But I say reach out to your local dealers just because we do see a lot of these incoming more often than other vehicles here. Mostly the less desirable ones, like we go through here, the less desirable ones would probably be like if this wants to load here. Probably not, but let's refresh that real quick. And it's not loading. But oh, there you go. So if you look like a CrewMax SR5 or an SR, you could probably get a little bit sooner. We've seen like off-road take a little bit longer. Um, colors as well, like Lunar Rock takes a little bit longer as well too. These limited ones, sometimes they come in like different colors, like non-desirable colors, I guess I should say, like silver, something like that, or red. Kind of comes through the cracks here and there. The hybrid Tundras are probably going to wait a little bit longer. You're probably waiting about a year for them. We have seen some TUD Pros come through our cracks here. We had about 3 available that we sold off. We had one in stock, surprisingly enough, in Solar Octane. Capstone, sometimes we have one of those as well too. Usually the higher end trims are usually more available just because I suppose it's just the price of the vehicle, I suppose, that they're not, I wouldn't say they're affordable vehicles, but most people are kind of going for the SR5 off-road or like a regular limited, something like that there. But going through that there, this is kind of what we're looking at for timeline-wise for all these vehicles here. So any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comments there. I'd be happy to shine some light on some questions you guys may have there. But thanks for watching, and catch you guys later.